here. Unfortunate circumstances with Callum Johnson's fight being pushed back a few weeks. We'll talk about that, but obviously the reason you're now here is Callum Thompson. Just a quick run through of his kind of career so far, and obviously he's making his second fight on the first BT Sport Prospect Show.
Yeah, no, a huge opportunity for Callum Thompson. Like I said, I've been working with Callum now for a couple of years. Originally he was brought in for sparring partner work. He's done work with Scott Quigg when he was fighting. So I've always known Callum. Then he's decided what to turn professional. Obviously he was GB 60 kilos. They scrapped that weight for the Olympics, so he was too small for 64 and too big to make the 57. So he was left in no man's land. So he's decided to turn professional now. He's made his pro debut a couple of weeks ago. 6 rounds against Lee Connolly, who's which I wanted for him to have a 6-round fight from the pros to show what the pros is all about, not a 3-4. And Lee Connolly's a very good fighter, journeyman. He comes, he causes problems, and he throws punches back. And now here he is. Obviously he signed with Frank. We've got a good agreement with Frank and Queensberry. Obviously that was on my stroke here and Farrell's show, so allowed him fight on that. Now he's on Frank's show, the Prospect Show, and it's a good platform for him.
Brilliant. I know we don't have too much time, so quickly on Callum Johnson. Very frustrating for him, but it looks like it's going to be happening. I've said potentially it could be the October the 9th card.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll just wait to see. As you see, Callum Johnson's here. He's come down. He was due to the media day. He's got to come to London with me now, do some training again Friday. CJ's been through an awful lot in his career, stop-start, but I had a good conversation with Frank today, and Callum Johnson's going to be busy and out again very soon.
I think it was the last interview you did with Seconds Out with Ali, and you said it's kind of now or never for Callum. How soon do you want to get him in the bigger fights? Because no disrespect, but Marco's not like he's not a kind of now or never type fight for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it isn't. I've seen people got to remember, Callum Johnson was out of the ring for 777 days. That's the 2 years. He came back and had a tough fight in his first fight back. That kid, Callum stands given the credit for, is a good fighter. Callum disposed of him in 2 rounds. So when Callum's knocking people out, they go, he's no good. But he was a solid operator. This kid that was due to fight in this bill lost his last fight, lost once, one loss in a 20-odd fight career. And he was winning that contest. Callum Johnson needs to be fighting regular to build momentum and get going again. Yeah. For the likes of other fighters in the light heavyweight division, they've had momentum and they're moving on, but they have not moved on. Callum Johnson's been British, been Commonwealth, fought for the world, come back, been out the ring 2 years and gone straight in and went fight. So the main thing is the world titles, they're all took up at the moment, and all the champions are all defending the belts in the next between October to January, February time. So there's no big fights to go for. So for the main thing me and Frank spoke about is to get Callum Johnson back out there, get some momentum. He's fought, he's got to fight again, he'll fight again before Christmas, and then it'll be a world title shot.
Do you think, although I've spoken to him earlier on, he's known in America and the fight with Joe Smith isn't far from happening, do you think a domestic fight could help push that fight closer to being happening just to get a world title?
Well, you've got Lyndon Arthur versus Anthony Yard, unfinished business. And that's it really.
Difficult to make it with the other light heavyweight.
You've got to look at another disrespect to him. Anthony Yard has won a Southern area. Lyndon's won the Commonwealth. CJ's won British and Commonwealth a few years ago. He's on another level. He's up there. So CJ's not looking behind. He's looking ahead. And with his style and with his punch power, like you say, he's got to make for an exciting fight. Whoever it is, whether it's Beterbiev again, Bivol, Joe Smith or whoever that they end up fighting and winning, but Callum Johnson's the number 1 in Britain, and there's no one around to dispute that.
No, I definitely think there's some exciting fights for him that could be made in 2022. Quickly on Natasha Jonas, what's the latest with her? She was meant to be at fight camp in the last week. Is she? I know she's in the gym actually. I've seen her training, but
yeah, no, she's in the gym. She's training. I'm just waiting for her to come back with some fight news. Sometimes it was got to be some date in September, then some date in October, so I'm just waiting. Tasha's in the gym, she's training, and we're just waiting for a final announcement.
It must be so frustrating because I want to see that Terry Harper rematch. I'm just gonna, simple as that. But what is she kind of aiming to do? She hasn't got too much longer of a professional career left now. What are your goals and aims for her as a trainer as well?
Well, Natasha will fight back, and I'd love to do the Katie Taylor rematch. There was talk about it after the fight. We spoke afterwards with Brian Peters, the manager, and Eddie Hearn. It was a good fight. There's one round in between, one round that decided the fight between the two of them. So it wasn't a knockout loss, and it wasn't a 99-91 type of scorecard. It was competitive. Everyone said that was the best fight that night on the show. It wasn't Chisora Parker. So it is what it is. You've seen Katie at the weekend. She won again. But everyone liked to see that, and I think that's a very good fight that people would be able to pay and see, especially when, no disrespect to obviously Josh Warrington, Dylan White, they came off knockout losses, but they got rematches with Lara and Yapovetkin. So I think Natasha Jonas, Katie Taylor does good business. I think so anyway. So and the response from the social media after the first fight and everyone that tuned in saying that show saved it. It's one of the women's fights of the year. So that's why I like Natasha. I think Natasha as well. Tasha wants a world title, but I do feel we were very close to having all the belts last time, and next time she definitely would.
Couple predictions. Your old pals. Callum Smith's fighting on the age undercard 25th. Not so much a prediction on that fight, but how far do you think he can go in the light heavyweight division?
Yeah, listen, it's a stacked division, isn't it? So he's moving up in weight. I'm not sure much of the kid that he's fighting. Yeah, but listen, everyone knows Callum, he can punch hard with both hands, and it's a new weight division for him, so we'll just have to sit back and see.
Do you think he could get to a world title and potentially win a world title?
Listen, everyone has the potential to fight for a world title and win a world title, just in the same format as Callum Johnson, Josh Boatsi, Lyndon Arthur. It's about opportunities and at the right time. It's a very stacked, and we're forgetting about fighters like Marcus Brown, Badou Jack, Jean Pascal. I know he's been done for streets, but there's good solid operators out there in the world light heavyweight division.
Do you think Callum would have most of their numbers?
Listen, it's would a few of them I would do. I'd have no hesitation. Others, listen, there's some big hitters in the light heavyweight division. Listen, Callum holds a shot, and listen, I wish him good luck in his fight ahead and everything else. But it's a new journey for him, a new division.
And then lastly, Liam Beefy Smith versus Anthony the Machine Fowler, October the 9th. What are your predictions for that?
Yeah, listen, Liam's Liam. I think Liam Smith should win that against Anthony Fowler. It's a huge pressure fight in the sense that Anthony Fowler has nothing to lose, and Liam Smith has everything to lose. That's the pressure, but I know Liam Smith, who fought Liam Williams, one that turns up smart, snarling and pressure on him. He's a hard man to beat, so expect Liam Smith to win that before the final bell anyway, a late stoppage.
Brilliant. Well, look forward to seeing both Callum's journey. Callum Johnson 2.0, if you like, and then Callum Thompson, who'll be making his second fight this weekend. Yeah, really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. Thanks for that.